should go out and go to the dance with him. He looks like a pretty nice fellow. And I said, I don't even like him. I don't know who he is, and I'm not going to go. And finally, he talked me into going with this guy to the dance, you know, that he was going to pick me up for the dance. So, okay, I went. Well, then I saw John again. I just said hello and goodbye, and, you know, and he came and he wanted to take me home. Well, I says, I can't because I promised this guy that he brought me, and my mother always said, you got a darn... There.
All right.
My mother always said, ain't the one that takes you to the dance, it better be the one to bring you home. So I said, he took me to dance, so I better go home with him. And he said, so he finally decided, well, that's all right, I should go. He would, let's see, I can't go home with him, with John no more, you know, that night. And so this other guy took me home, and of course he gave me a line about John too, you know, oh, he's kind of sickly, you know, and I said sickly, you know, he just got home from the service, so our war was over, you know. Well, I says, I'm sorry, but I gotta go home. You know, I'll go home with you then, but, you know, you can take it, you know, but I said, next Saturday, he wanted to take me to dance. I know. I said, I can't go to the dance because this John wants to, he made the date for next Saturday. Well, he wasn't too happy, but he didn't say about it. And he was kind of a nut anyhow. So then again, next Saturday, he came, John said, something about taking me home. I said, yeah. I says, I came with this other guy. I said, gee, he brought me. So there was another man sitting there, and I kind of knew him a little bit. And it was after the dance was over and the bar was closing. So John always had to check everything for cigarettes, lighted cigarettes at that time, and they always had to check because you could have a fire. And he had to go through kind of just looking. And so he knew this guy. And he told this guy, here, he gave him a glass of me. He said, you sit here with her until she does, so she doesn't take off, because I was going to go back with those other guys that used to always, I mean, not the other guys, this girl and her husband and her boyfriend. He said, you sit here. I said something about, well, I got to go out to the car because they were probably waiting for me. Now the dance was over and they waited because I wanted to say goodbye. And he told that guy, he says, you sit right here until you you just sit here until I come back. And then he went and he had to check the place, and this other guy said, okay. And so then it took him about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so to check the grounds and the buildings. And God dang it, I don't know what the heck he gave me. I don't know, they gave him a 6-pack of beer or some darn thing. So he got me for a beer. And, you know, okay, and I told him, I said, this other guy wanted to take me home, and and I didn't like this other guy that wanted I just couldn't stand him. And
So then Grandpa took you home,
yeah,
and that was the beginning.
that was the beginning, and from then on, I never went went to dance with anybody but him. He made sure I got there. He had to go. He always had to head to bar, you know. That he'd get his brother-in-law to attend bar a little bit early until he went and picked me up in the country and where we lived, you know the house we lived. So
Wow.
that was the end of that romance with somebody else.
Well, that's a good story, Grandma. I better stop this camera. My hand's getting a little shaky.